a very big duel this weekend, is it?
We're excited. It's something I think that's kind of stays on your mind for longer than you want. I'm kind of looking forward to getting it in, tell you the truth, kind of move past it and give us an opportunity to see where we're at for sure. We've had 2 good weeks of wrestling. Not everything went perfect, but I'm sure we gained some experiences by wrestling in the competition that we did. So kind of helped. Didn't do much as far as establishing our team. That's still kind of in the air at this point, but looking forward to it. And I think that it's going to be a great match.
At what point this week are you hoping to kind of have an idea of?
Well, I think we'll continue to evaluate through the week, see how people look, and see if they've made any improvements from the past 2 weeks. You really should be making improvements each and every week, and we'll be looking for those improvements, and those guys that are making improvements more than likely to be wrestling.
With it being held at Kinnick Stadium, it's just expected to, beat the attendance record. What do you expect the atmosphere to be like there?
I'll be honest. I never experienced anything like it. I have wrestled outdoors before, but not in front of that kind of crowd. So I think it's going to be all experience for every athlete involved, and obviously the coaches. So just find out. I'm sure it's going to be a little bit different, and we might feel a little bit uncomfortable at times just because of it's not something we're used to. I think the weather is not going to be a factor. Let's hope not. It's definitely going to be something a little bit cooler than what we're used to, but I really don't believe it's going to be an issue with any of the student athletes. So the biggest concern is obviously the mat and making sure that the mat is in good shape, and most everything I've heard that won't be an issue.
Have they given you an idea of how they're going to set this up? You guys going to be middle of the field at one end zone?
It's going to be at one end zone.
Okay.
I don't know what the facility holds, but I've seen the layout of it, and it looks like it's going to be a pretty good situation for us, and warm up and preparation before the match looks like it's going to be great. I will say one thing, Iowa is known for being able to run wrestling events, so I'm not too concerned. I'm fully confident.
You mentioned this to me a little bit about how good is this for the sport?
Well, I think anytime you got a chance to do some things to draw attention to your sport, it's a positive thing, and we've done some great things in wrestling since 2012, and I've been awfully proud of a lot of coaches and the things, how they've moved our sport forward, as well as USA Wrestling, our international governing body. We've made some real positive moves that really I don't know if it's ever been as good in my 25 years.
What's it going to mean for the team starting off with such a big opponent and in such a hostile environment?
No, I don't know if it's any different. Hostile environment can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be 30,000+ people. It can be anything. One of my toughest matches is my opponent's mother screaming at me. The one I really remember. So, a hostile environment is strictly, what hopefully you live for and you draw strength from it, and you even wrestle better. So, always plan on the worst case scenario, and you usually come out on top.
How big of being on a stage like that, how is that going to help them when they do get to Madison Square Garden? They've kind of been around all those people already.
This is a dual meet, and it does have a factor on your season in some sense. It's Iowa and Oklahoma State #1, and we've lost the last 2 dual meets. Lopsided scores. And had pretty good performances at the end of the year. So, is it an indication of our season? No, but is it an event that you want to participate in and come out on top? Absolutely. And for that reason, it becomes a lot important. And a lot of eyes on this match across the country, and I'm sure that you can influence some recruits if you wrestle well. So there's a lot of things that go into it that can be a positive. You know, I don't see a lot of negative out of it. You know, losing is not necessarily a negative, but I think that the experience overall kind of help us get a little tougher.
I know you're more focused on the team, but at a personal level, how special is it to start your 25th year within the program this way?
Well, it's neat experience. I mean, you know, anytime you coach 25 years, you've pretty much seen everything. Well, I get a chance to see something new for the first time, you know. So, yeah, that's motivating and exciting, you know. So, I think I'm as interested as you as how it's all going to turn out and how the logistics of things are going to turn out. But I got a lot of trust in their event staff. As far as turning out the score, that'll determine on how we wrestle.
Are there any particular weight classes that you're looking at to see as, you know, key matchups that might swing the duel one way or the
Well,
other?
I think, and you get an event like this, I think it's, you know, I think it can bring out the very best in you. So I think even with some guys that may be highly underdogs, don't count yourself out, but just give yourself a chance. And you know, there's several weights that they're favored at, and it's the same with us. And in this dual meet, I'll tell you, over the last, you know, last 25 years, it never turns out like you expected. You know, I mean, there's been a few of them that kind of went by the favorite, but in most cases, similar to Bedlam, you know, this match never seems to go the way you want it. And I'll tell you, we won a lot of matches up there where it looked like we had no shot, you know. So, you know, I think it's a matter of making sure that you just get excited about it, embrace the opportunity, and have a great match on November 14th. You know, this is pretty early in the season to have some of your better matches, but I think we both are in that situation. You know, there's no disadvantage or advantage for either team at this point in the season.